Yo, what's up, guys? Before this episode starts, let me give a little disclaimer. After we finish this episode, April looks at me and Marty and says, "You guys didn't ask me anything positive. All we talked about was the bad stuff." So to clarify, guys, April actually has a very successful realtor company. She sells houses on the ocean. She raises 3 kids and Marty. She's doing very well. So just to clarify, guys, she's not just the person that she used to be. Take that away from this episode if you take anything. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Dope as Usual podcast. My name is Thomas Dope as Yola. This is Marty O'Neill. Don't say the F word. Yeah, you already on it. We're trying not to get demonetized. Guys, we're here for a special episode. Today we have the Ninja Turtle savior. We have the newscaster. This is April O'Neill. This is Marty's wife.
Reporting live.
Reporting live. Do you say that?
All the time.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do your kids watch it?
No. They don't really get
they
the
know.
whole...
They get it. They've had phases.
But they don't think it's like super duper cool?
No. No.
I'll be pissed.
Yeah. They don't really get it.
They don't have true appreciation for what... We always say that's how we spot the cool people, by like when they look at our ID at the airport and they what the...
Literally, like that's where I get stopped at is the airport. They'll look at my ID and they'll be like, "No way."
You should just start saying you're a reporter. What do you do? I'm a reporter. Oh, bullshit. That'd be tight as hell, actually.
I worked at this one place waitressing, and the dude was like so blown away that was my name, and he's like, "I swear to God, I used to like tape my 2 fingers down in the middle to pretend I was a turtle."
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's like that's some
was he a
fucking
weirdo?
dedication.
As a customer, was he a weirdo?
No, I worked with him.
Oh.
He was just obsessed with the Ninja Turtles, and he thought that was real cool.
What was it shit from Step Brothers? And I used to pretend to be a T-Rex. My dad said, "Get a fucking job." Oh, sorry, you two. Damn. Fuck. Guys, what's up? What's up? How are we gonna get into this? Remember, there's no cameras here.
None at all.
There's no cameras. There's no lights.
Super comfortable.
We're chilling.
Really chilling.
There's just water in these cups.
Just water. Refreshing.
Damn.
A couple friends celebrating.
Yeah. So you guys' house is officially done.
It's not officially done.
I mean,
it's
you can live
mostly
there.
done. Yeah,
fully.
we can definitely live there and live
Now
our
you have
lives.
a fridge.
We do have a regular person-sized fridge. It's not
And the
mini
biggest staircase of all time.
It is.
You could drive a fucking truck up there. We talked about this before.
You could actually fit a
yes,
truck
you could
up
totally
there.
fit a truck up there. Isn't
I
that kind of
thought
fucked up to think
about
about that? So I'm gonna get straight into this. Marty, keep your shit talking to a minimum.
Oh, I'm here to observe and produce
Yeah,
this show.
Okay, because Marty goes hard. I imagine that's how he used to play basketball, just relentless.
That's what my opponents would
He
say.
talks a lot of shit to April, but not in a mean way, not in a domestic violence way.
No, it's like a loving.
Yeah, that's
I love
fine.
you, and I'm being a real dick right now. Kind of way.
What she means to say is I'm super fucking funny, and that's basically
Super
Right,
dope,
yeah.
and he dunks on me, all that shit, right? He crossed me.
Yep, she knows.
That all of those words. So let's get straight into this. It's kind of odd because this is more of a, you know what I'm saying? It's like the Rosie episode. It's more of like
And
we're all just chilling right now.
I feel like we probably should address off top the whole like Adam 22 is going to be coming in next week.
Oh yes, reschedule.
Probably
That'll be
expect
next
that.
week. So for everybody thinking that this is the episode,
Yeah.
a lot of people. All right, let's just move on.
It's just me.
It's just
Way
me.
better. Yeah, let's go.
You ready?
Hold on, let me get my motherfucking...
Dead time.
Let's go.
You got to label them. You have a label maker.
I got too many sound effects.
okay.
I got banks of them. I got to scroll through.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Where'd you grow up?
Kind of complicated.
Hold on.
Get out of here. Where'd you grow up? This fool's not going to stop.
I grew up in the suburbs of Buffalo
Your whole life?
my whole life.
For real?
For real.
So why did I think you were from New York?
New York City? No.
but closer there. I'm fucking tripping. Okay, so you grew up in Buffalo with your, I know because like we just asked your mom and her boyfriend or your stepdad.
My stepdad.
So they're in town. How long has she been with him, or were you with your mom and dad together as a kid?
No. So my dad and my mom were never together, really. It was just like product of them hooking up. And they split up. We saw each other on and off until I was like 2. And then my mom and my stepdad have been together mad long, actually, probably like 30 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I've known him since I was like 5. But I grew up until I was about 5. I lived with my grandma. My mom had me at 18, and she went off to college. So I basically
Whoa, like the
lived
shit in
with-
Lifetime movies? Yeah. Rosie, I've seen that movie with you. That's crazy. So
Yeah.
she said, fuck it, you guys got to take care of my daughter while I get an education. She did an okay thing. Like, it's not a terrible thing.
So growing up, I didn't realize that was an okay thing. I was very resentful
Until
for
5?
a long time. So basically I grew up, and I have an aunt who was only like 2.5 years older than me. So I grew up with her until I was about 5 with my grandma. And then my mom met my stepdad, and they had just bought a house. So she decided she was like ready for a kid and basically took me back from grandma.
How long? And what age?
5. I was 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So I didn't have like that initial, like bonding with your mother and all that. I have like no memories of her until I was like maybe 6. But now looking back, like I realize that's what she had to do to better her life and all that. So
Is your mom cool growing up? What is this situation?
So we have a great relationship now. Growing up, it wasn't good at all. I think there was like, even from a young age, there was that resentment of like, you're just taking me away from everything that I know. And now all of a sudden you got this new husband, and, just kind of going back and forth. Like, so my dad had visitation still. My dad would come get me every other weekend.
It was tumultuous because her stepdad and her dad were at odds.
Well, you said your dad didn't like each other?
No, they hated each other.
Whoa, hold on. Is your dad awesome? Wait, your dad's cool, right?
My dad's super cool.
Yeah, your dad's cool. So you were on his side of this.
little too
in this.
cool.
I was a little too cool. So growing up, it was awesome because I had like no rules, could do whatever the fuck I wanted.
And he lived in the same town?
No, he lived about an hour and a half away.
In 1955, he lived. Because you drive back into the future when you
Yeah,
go.
so
Oh
my
my
dad lived
God.
in like, it was a lot different. Like my dad lived in like this country ass, he still lives there, this country ass, super small town. Everybody knows each other. And it's like kind of like where you grew up. Like everybody has nothing to do. So they're all fucking doing drugs and meth and heroin and getting pregnant.
Stuff to do. Nothing to do.
Nothing to do. Exactly. So, I had a lot of friends at my dad's that they were pregnant at 14. They were on their 4th kid by 18.
Yeah.
And then had them all taken away. Because
Meth town is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Trailer park town.
Trailer park town.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
So you have the white people version of Merced.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm imagining Trailer Park Boys.
So
What?
I love that show. But it was a little surreal because
Like
it
that?
felt like
It was almost too much.
It
We
was
stopped
a little
watching
too
it.
much. It gave me anxiety because it was so much like that. Yeah.
So you were that badass kid running around breaking bottle breaking kids.
Basically.
Oh my god! So from 5 to 18, you're allowed to go see your dad on the weekends, or so every weekend you have a free pass to go do crazy
Exactly.
shit.
So it was like I was like living double lives because
Yeah.
my mom was super strict. My
Oh.
stepdad was super strict. He's a correction officer. So he was like
Was he cool, growing up?
not growing up, no. Like we hated each other growing up. We were at odds all the time. It was just tough all around because, like I said, I was taken from my grandma's house, just expected to kind of adapt to this new life. So they basically took me back, and you know, I had this new dad basically that I was supposed to just listen to and do all this shit with, and my dad hated him.
Because
And
he was with your mom?
Because he was like, I don't really know. They were like at odds on like how to raise
and he's a
me, and like he's a corrections officer.
Imagine
he
dealing with another dude with your kids.
Yeah, he was like, I think my dad was most like, there's another guy trying to step in, and take my place, and like tell my daughter what to do, and you know, all that, which didn't sit well with my dad. So they were constantly at odds, which
Puts you in the middle of that.
but I was so in the middle of all of
And
it.
then your stepdad kind of looks at you like, man, fuck your dad. And then gets mad at you about it, kind of.
Exactly.
That's how I would imagine.
Because he couldn't understand, like, and let me start by saying, like, I don't fault him, my stepdad, for any of that now. Like, we've had many of conversations now as an adult where he's like apologized, and we're really cool now. And honestly, he's a great grandparent to my kids. We get along very well. But growing up, it wasn't like that at all. I think he couldn't understand why I loved my dad so much.
Got you.
Because he's hearing from my mom, like, what a piece of shit my dad is. And, you know.
Oh, so your mom and your dad are not on good terms whatsoever?
No, not at all. And never have been.
They grew to not like each other in 2 years?
Yeah.
They're like complete
that's
opposite
that's
people.
the product of just like going out and hooking up and
Red
then getting
cup
pregnant
kids.
when you're 17 years old. You know, you're stuck dealing with somebody that you necessarily never even liked in the first place. Ugh. Now you got a kid.
Okay, so they don't like each other. Your stepdad's this correctional officer going, hey, I don't like that guy because she tells me he's a piece of shit.
Right.
How about now?
They, for my sake and for my kids' sake, they'll get along. Like, they were both at our wedding. Yeah. And
It was a big deal for
It
her
was-
dad to come up to our wedding.
yeah, it was a big deal. But it was like it was a lot of drama beforehand. I had to like talk to both of them.
It's
Is
like
it going to
that.
be okay? You know, can
So
we
it never
get
got
along?
better?
No, it never got better.
Oh, wow. Okay, so growing up, super strict, you're definitely going to start rebelling against, do shit, stay home, be home at this time, versus what's your dad? You guys let me do whatever the fuck you want.
Whatever I wanted.
So what's your childhood like living with your dad, doing whatever you want? What are you doing at 12, 13? Because before that, you're just bottle breaking kids, eating candy and doing stupid shit.
So my dad would come get me every other weekend religiously. And start like I was like 12 years old, maybe even 11. My dad was letting me smoke cigarettes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So he'd come get me as soon as I hopped in the car. He'd have a pack of cigarettes and I'd just light one and
Are you the only
smoke
child?
on the way. I'm his only child, but he does have two other children. So I have two half brothers, but I don't really know them too much.
Are you the oldest?
I'm the oldest.
Oh, so growing up with just you and he's letting you, hey, smoke a cig.
Yeah, basically.
She's the only one that he was there for, basically, as a dad.
Gotcha. No shit. So you're sitting there smoking cigs, loving that shit, chilling, feeling like the cool. And then, so what are you doing? Are you? I'm assuming you started drinking and chilling early.
Super early.
Yeah.
So I was 11 and 12, basically going down there like, this is my free time. This is my escape, because I had, just two different lifestyles essentially. So I got a taste of that. And I think the only reason, like, my dad would come get me and he'd still go out and chill with his friends and take me to parties and all that.
Oh, that's like my dad. Okay, so
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah. So he would, just to give you kind of like a backup, he would go, and mind you, I say this, I love my dad, of course. Like, now looking back on things, he, of course, doesn't think any of it was right, but he didn't know any better either. He was young as fuck, and that's the lifestyle that he grew up with.
Oh, he was 17.
He was a little bit older than he was like 20,
okay.
I think, when he had me.
Still a kid having a kid.
Exactly. And that's where he grew up. Like, that's what everybody else is doing. Their kids around. So my dad would like still go to parties, and he'd drink a lot. And there's been a couple times where he let me drive home on his lap. when he's like,
Just to make sure
when
he's
he's
seeing
drinking.
what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Are we in the line?
He'd be like, how fucking cool is this? Like,
Trying to make you think it's a game.
Yeah. So I'm like 9, 10 years old, already like driving home, you know, and I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
Oh, you might as well have a leather jacket on.
Right.
Strutting right now. I get it.
Yeah. But I remember like there was one of his really good friends. We were coming back from party, and he's like, "Yo, watch this," and he like let me drive home, and his friend is like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "This is not cool." He's like, "No, it's fine. She'll get us home safe," like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Your dad's Frank Gallagher from Shameless.
Yeah, so that's another show that gives me anxiety because I'm like, this is so similar to my fucking life. But yeah, so growing up, I would go there on the weekends. Already got a taste of like freedom at a really early age.
You got college life experience.
College life. So I was like 12 years old hanging out with like 19, 20-year-olds. Oh. 12 and 13. Like that was because I had an older cousin too. And I would hang out with him and all his friends and, you know, just experience some shit I probably shouldn't have at 12 and 13. But what are you going to do?
So you're running
Can't
around
really-
with all these older kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's
So then
coming
I
back
felt-
to the ultra strict.
Yeah, so then
That's
I'd
what
spend
was
the
double
weekend
life.
doing, literally, I'm living a double life.
Do your mom and stepdad know what you're doing?
No, because I could never, because they already don't like each other. They're at odds. My mom is already trying to keep me away from my dad.
She was always in trouble though.
Why? Oh, because you're being a jerk to your mom.
Yeah,
Got you.
exactly. I'd come home like not giving a
listening.
fuck, not listening.
Spark a cig.
Yeah, I would literally like before I was waiting for the bus, and I'd be like in the garage like smoking on cigarettes, at 12. Yeah, it wasn't a good situation, but
That's how I grew up too, so I understand.
yeah.
So I'm assuming if your dad's a couple years older than you, you know what I mean? He's like, what, 34 and you're a teenager almost? Well, you are a teenager, 14, right? If you had you at 20. Mm-hmm. When does he start letting you drink?
Oh, I mean, I don't know that he necessarily was like, here
Well, he
you
just
go.
didn't go,
This
"Stop!"
is exactly. He just didn't like turn a blind eye. I mean, in 8th grade, I actually got kicked out of my mom's house. I stole the family van.
At 8th grade?
Well, it was actually 7th grade, the end of 7th grade.
Going into 8th.
I took her van for a little joyride. I was like going and picking up my friends and everything. And then I like hit into a tree.
No lead up. You know, we're just hanging out eating ice cream, and then I hit a tree. I did not expect that. You wrecked the van?
I didn't wreck it. I like pulled out and I hit a tree and it like busted.
Wait, what?
I just like clipped the side and
But where
it
was the
busted the
tree?
headlight out in somebody's driveway. I was pulling out of somebody's driveway.
I thought, okay.
like reversing
reasonable.
and I turned it too hard.
She does this shit all the time.
So did
I still current day, like I like to say I'm a good driver, but he'll disagree.
so okay, hold on. Back to what we were talking about. You get kicked out because you took the van, you messed up the car. Did you go home before they were back? And then you had to explain that you had taken it.
So I didn't explain anything. I was just hoping that they wouldn't notice.
It was on the driver's side.
I
feel
just
like it
pulled
was.
the van back in the garage, and then I think it was like the summer, and it was a couple days before the start of 8th grade, maybe. Or no. It was the end of 7th grade. It was still school was still going on, and then she came. I was at soccer or something, and she came to soccer to pick me up, and I knew
About the van?
Yeah, I knew. You know, oh shit, she knows, and she picked me up. She's like, you gotta go live with your dad.
That's it?
Pretty much. I mean,
She
I
didn't
had already
fight
been
you or
kind of. I mean, she should have, honestly. Like, I
Was your mom the type to beat the shit out of you if you were in
really
trouble?
reckless. No.
That's probably why. Maybe she beat the shit out of you.
It's
Well,
a controversial
she did-
thing. I'm sorry. I feel like you should get like this. I don't really mean this, but it's just a thought. Like, if you were to get one good smack a kid per year, they knew you had it and you could use it.
Okay, but in my mom.
Seriously, because I feel like it would go so fucking far.
It's like a
One
special
good snack.
meter building. Oh,
Yeah.
he's out. He's out.
It's like
Fuck
the
you.
freebie.
Yeah. If I don't use it for the year,
I got
it
6.
doesn't carry
I've got
over.
6 built up.
That's but
I can
it's
kill you.
there.
I can beat you to death legally. Yo, so
Kids
hold on.
listen back in the
your
day.
mom never beat your ass
She smacked me one time.
when you called her a bitch or something.
Right across the face. I don't remember what it was
That's-
about,
that's
but
like
I
the
literally
ultimate.
smacked her right back.
Oh, shit.
Like that's the kind of like I was already at the point where like I just didn't give a shit about anything, and like me and my mom, we had our issues and everything, but now that I'm an adult, I'm like, oh jeez, you had to fucking put up with
Oh, now you're like,
all
I have
that
a
shit.
13-year-old daughter.
Exactly. Exactly. Now I have. a
Listen up
daughter.
to that's the advice. Would you give that to all people or all teenage girls? Be nice to your mom because you're gonna have a daughter that's gonna be just like you.
Exactly. You don't realize until you have kids, you're like, oh fuck.
Shit, I remember I did that.
Yeah, I did that.
I said
Fuck
that before.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, my kid hits me. Oh, we're fighting. But back then you're like, oh shit. So real quick, once you hit her, did you run?
No.
Oh damn, you were brave. Oh my god, I would have ran immediately.
Had you already jawed a dude at this point?
No, not yet. I didn't get into that. And
Yo,
the first time I ever punched somebody in their face, a dude, I was 14, but it was at my aunt's graduation party. So she was, so I
she's
was
2 years older than
14. Yeah. And she was like, just turned 17 or something. She had just graduated. And this kid, we were all drinking at her graduation party. And this kid showed up and he did something. He like he was just coming to be an asshole. And he kicked one of my sister's soccer balls like out of the yard, just something stupid. And my aunt told him to leave. He wouldn't leave, and I just punched him in his face, and his lips started bleeding. And it was
did he
a good
punch you?
situation.
Did he punch you back?
No, he didn't. Not this time. The guy didn't punch me back, but
This
it has happened.
this time. Okay, so not to get too crazy, somebody else punched you back. Can you tell me the situation?
I did have it.
What happened?
Okay, let me start by saying like it's not okay.
No, it's not
It's
at all.
not at all okay. Like I just didn't give a shit about anything. I'm like, whatever. Like, don't talk shit to me. I'm just gonna punch you in your face. And that's how I grew up, like watching like my dad, how they all handled situations on that. There were no words. They were like, I'm gonna fucking choke
really?
you out, I'm gonna fight you, whatever.
Oh, so your dad grew up fighting in dirt circles.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I can see that.
Like my cousin and my dad literally fist fought each other and like choked each other out to the point where it was like somebody was about to die kind of
It's a
situation.
constant thing.
Yeah, it was. So that's just conflict resolution wasn't really my thing.
Yeah.
So that's just what I would do. But there was this one time I was downtown and this guy started talking shit. I don't remember about what, but I just went up and I punched him in the face and he punched me back. Ooh. Yeah, it was quite bad.
Who's hurt more?
Me for
Okay.
sure.
All right. I have no idea.
Yeah, it was bad. My jaw, like I thought my jaw was broken. And,
Oh, he
yeah.
punched you. Shit.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't,
No, you can't hit
can't.
grown-ups.
Literally,
Don't
you
hit grown-ups.
cannot running. I used to think it was like, I had no care in the world. I felt invincible. I could do what I want, say what I wanted, but you really can't do that without there's consequences to actions, and you can't expect as a female to just walk up and blast dudes in their face with no reaction.
Thank you so much for saying that. I see so many girls punch dudes in the face, and when they get hit, they go, "But I'm a girl." I'm like, "Yeah, but you're also an adult, and you have the thought process not punching them in the fucking face. You shouldn't hit girls,
Right.
You shouldn't hit dudes
girls.
either.
And of course, like some dudes, there's a way like you don't have to full on blast them in their face,
smush.
but yeah, like a
away
smush or
from
like,
me.
yeah, there's a lot of different things.
She
you can do,
transitioned into
but
arm wrestling motherfuckers there
I
after I came
did.
around.
What?
I did. So that was like my thing.
You used to arm wrestle people?
Mm-hmm.
So you used to get. You're the super shit faced girl.
She gets a little
Smoking sick.
confrontational.
I got you.
Smoking Newports, drinking. Yeah.
Arm wrestling motherfuckers to death.
Oh my god, where's your sailor tattoos at? What the fuck? I never heard this.
Oh my god.
Okay, Marty, help me out here. You know way more than I do.
Man, shit, I'm chirping it. Yeah, that's fucking
Oh
funny.
my gosh.
No, she would just recreationally beat dudes and fucking
Recreationally
as a hobby.
punch
She
people in
beat
the
dudes in
mouth.
front of their boys at arm wrestling.
Yeah, literally, I'd be out at the bar and it was
Are you
like my
that
thing.
strong?
My friends, I am pretty strong. Like a lot of people wouldn't think. So they're like, "Yo, I'll fucking arm wrestle you," and then they'll do the like,
Could you
like they're
imagine?
trying,
That'd
really
be
not.
insane. Like, what the
Some
fuck
girl
happened?
just beats you in front of all
So
your
I
boys.
have beat dudes before arm wrestling, and this one guy I beat at the bar. My friends would be like, start bets. They'll be like, "Hey, do you think my friend can beat your friend?" And we'd like bet on money. And there was this one time that I did beat the dude, and his friend got so mad at him. He's like, "You fucking pussy!" He's talking so much shit. Yeah,
So I'm
that
assuming
happened.
he lost his money.
He did. Yeah.
What's going on? What town are you in? You just ringer. What the fuck? You chilling in bars, arm wrestling,
I don't know. It's just like it's,
punching people in the face. Oh
Yeah,
fuck!
boy.
You scared the shit out of me. Oh my god! You guys don't know on the camera. That shit's deep in your brain. These
Headphones
headphones
are fucking loud.
It goes into here, so it scares the shit out of me when I don't know what's coming on. Okay, sorry, we're way off track.
She had a girl retaliate one good time also.
You had a what?
yeah.
She had a girl retaliate.
Retaliate what? Oh wait,
Because I beat her in arm wrestling, and she was so pissed off that I beat her. She took my head to go slam it on the table.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh,
I was like, so if you're beating dudes' ass, you're definitely beating 3 to 4 times the amount of girls' asses too.
oh yeah. I mean, probably lifetime. I've probably been in like 25 fights with girls. I've only lost maybe like one. That's when you should play that.
Boom, 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 boom.
Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. I've lost one. Do, 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 do. Oh my God. For everyone in the car not watching, come watch this. And I need them to put the face to what's happening right now.
Yeah, I know.
So if you're so did you go to school? Like, were you in high school and stuff?
I was in high school.
Did you get kicked out for beating people's asses?
So it wasn't, I didn't fight a lot of people in high school. I think I got one fight in high school,
this is
one
all
in middle school. This is all after.
You're an
This is
adult?
downtown rough
I
buff.
was, downtown Buffalo. Yeah.
I was trying to lead you into the time the girl stabbed you.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Was it an arm wrestling situation?
No, it wasn't.
I'm just kidding.
See, that's why I didn't know what you're talking about.
Through the
It's
fucking
not
hand.
arm wrestling.
Yeah, she couldn't take it. She was too fucking embarrassed.
So please give me the background. What's
Okay,
happening?
so this is, mind you, this is a long time ago. I was a different person.
Yeah, now you're a different person.
Yeah. So me and my friends, we would that was like our thing. We would go downtown Buffalo, Chippewa. The bars are open until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Jesus.
Yeah. Nothing
not the
good
greatest.
happens
Yeah,
at
it's not
4
the
o'clock in
greatest.
the morning.
It's a fucking shit show.
So it's always a shit show. So we'd go downtown and like, I don't know, like it just always, anytime anybody would run their mouth, or even sometimes they'd run their mouth to my friends would come get me. I was like the fucking bouncer for everybody. And this was that situation. Like I wasn't even fighting for myself. It was over something my friend did. And we're fighting. We both get kicked out. And then I run to the back to approach her again, which I shouldn't have done. Hindsight 2020. And we're like fighting again. And so stabbed, when I say stabbed, I did get stabbed, but it was with a nail filer.
Ow,
So she
still
stabbed
worse.
me. She stabbed me in
rough.
my arm with a nail filer.
Ow, it had to go through all your meat on your arm?
Yeah, it did. My arm started bleeding, like,
Wait, so she stabbed you and then you went, all right, I'm done fighting. Or did you keep fighting
No, it was
her?
like the adrenaline. I kept
Oh,
fighting
you didn't
her.
realize.
I didn't even realize.
Oh.
So after that, I had to get stitches. I had to go to the hospital and get stitches. And I think after that, it put it in perspective to me. Like
You might die out here.
yeah, like somebody that's what I'm saying. Like you never know, especially today, you never know what somebody has with them, what they're willing to do. It's not worth it. Fighting people, not worth it. Trying to be tough and just, think I
Confrontational
realized.
Kathy over here.
Confrontational
So
Kathy.
why are you beating everyone's ass? Were you a tomboy growing up, or did your dad raise you rough as shit?
I wasn't. I think I just
Not that you have to be a tomboy to beat people's asses, but what led it? Just one day you went, you know what? I'm gonna
like I
fucking
just
beat
couldn't.
your
I
ass.
just couldn't tolerate people talking shit to me.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're gonna talk shit to me, I'm just gonna beat you up. It's kind of how I played it. But I did make actually. There's a couple times I beat someone up, and the girl became my best friend. Like she was like super apologetic.
She got
like,
hit
tough,
so
like
hard.
the toughest
She
of tough
teamed
girls.
up with you.
Yes, like she got beat up, and then she's like, respect, you know?
Oh
and like,
shit! She dapped you up, and you walked away.
yeah, I've
to
actually
music.
had some really good friends that way. But
What? Oh, sorry. I can't be friends with somebody that beat me up. I look at you every day, and be like, shut the fuck up. Don't hit me. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, open the door. Hey, you owe me that money. Oh, I ain't giving you shit. How could you be friends with somebody that can beat the shit or that? Sorry. I just try to put that into perspective. That's insane.
I know.
If you were in jail, you have like a ring of people following you that you beat up. Could you imagine this?
Yeah, it's fucking funny to imagine.
Oh, God. Okay. Sorry, we went way off topic.
I think I'd do good in jail. That's
think you'd be
why.
fine.
Like I'm.
This is
fucking
where
try
Cam
me.
gets it.
Yeah.
That's why
All right, I'm
Cam's a
gonna let-
psycho.
Oh, okay, don't you
long as
want
they
to
let
bring
you bring
about
your
the time
blanket,
I went to
yeah.
jail a couple times?
Oh,
like, big deal.
shit. I said Cam. And you're talking about bringing up the jail. Go right into it. So why are you in jail?
Oh my God. Let's see.
I think we already
What
talked about this
time?
actually, but it was like, well,
Oh, wait, for the credit card thing and pizza?
Yeah. So, okay. So this is what happens when you just like live your life recklessly. You don't, I didn't have the best childhood or the best examples growing up at childhood. So I just kind of took that as like, got in with the wrong crowd and I had my own place. We were like living the life. And one of my roommates was using like stolen credit cards and getting stuff sent to the house and everything. And they ended up, because I was the one on the lease, basically.
Oh, this is a hotel. It was the lease.
Yeah.
That's why you got in trouble.
Yeah, that's why I got in trouble. And I didn't,
So they came to you and goes, well, you're getting charged for fraud.
Right. Exactly. I know.
So you went to jail. How'd you get out of that?
A lawyer.
Oh, nice.
it was horrible.
Yeah, it was.
It's right when you guys met.
terrible.
Yeah.
It was right when we met, and it was like 2 years, almost 3 years removed from me hanging out with those people. Like at some point in my life, I was like, I don't want this for myself anymore. I had to make that
took
decision.
that long?
It did. Yeah. It was like a whole investigation because the guy who was doing it, he was already being investigated for like drugs, like shipping drugs to Detroit and stuff. So it was like I had the FBI show up to my house because of this guy.
Did your roommate?
So he was my roommate.
How'd you meet him?
I don't even know, like just through friends of friends. His girlfriend actually was my roommate. And then he was, the boyfriend, but I knew him before.
Oh, whack. He just used that spot up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like
The FBI came, so he is not shipping good shit. He's not shipping right. If they already know and come to the house, he's going to prison.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I think they were like more focused on that case, and they weren't giving a shit about like credit card theft or anything like that. They were just willing to stick that to anybody who they could prove.
Yeah.
And I was the one living at the house, and I did stay at one of the hotels that he had booked.
Oh,
with
so
my
it looked
friends.
like you were in with all of it.
Yeah, exactly. So it came at a point in my life, it was really tough because I had already decided that's, I didn't want to be involved with people like that anymore. And I had met Marty, and then was I pregnant?
No, it was too early on for the night you did in jail. But then there was a whole stretch of going back and forth, like court appointments and all that shit. At which point you were probably knocked up, seeing as though you got knocked up immediately.
I did.
Marty went,
Oh my God.
you had that ready. Oh, you motherfucker. Rosie can't hear it. Sorry, that was a really
bombs over here,
dropping bombs. That was amazing.
Dropping bombs.
So that's not the only time you went to jail?
No. So that time was that the first time? Gosh, I can't.
That's
so
the only
this
time
is
I was
what
there
happens
for.
when you do too much bullshit in your life. It starts like your brain only has so much space to like hold memories. So that I think it was the first time. So then we got Marty. I just met Marty. You were driving your dad's like shitty green station wagon.
Give it up. Give it up. Get out of here.
And he was taking me back and forth to the court dates, and I had gotten a lawyer. The lawyer, I had a warrant out for my arrest. The reason I found out I had a warrant out for my arrest is because my friend, Mary, she was dating a cop at the time. And she called me. I was like, yo, I just had him run your name, just like run both our names, and you popped up. You have a warrant. She like screenshot it and everything. Actually, so I had already went to jail before because there was a screenshot of my last mugshot.
Damn.
For what?
Traffic tickets.
You just didn't pay him? Went to jail
I just
for
didn't
it?
pay them. Yeah. So Buffalo don't play. Like if you don't pay your parking tickets,
You go to
they'll put a bench
jail?
warrant. Yeah, they put a bench warrant out on you.
I don't know if I paid my last parking ticket. We did? You did? Okay. Oh,
We did.
fuck. That would be such a bummer.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. Like you go to jail in Buffalo, there isn't like, separate spot for like traffic ticket offenders and whatever. It is such a shitty situation there. They put you in a room, like a tiny ass room with there was probably 6 or 7 women with me. And there's a toilet literally right in the middle of the room with like a small little pony wall. And I'm in there and this girl was like, oh, what are you in for? And I'm like, traffic tickets?
Trafficking?
Trafficking.
Traffic tickets.
Traffic tickets?
And then I heard her she's like, I stabbed my fucking boyfriend or whatever. So I'm in there with like all these people that are
Deserve
doing
to
some
be there.
real heinous shit. And then what really sucked also is I'm in there with this lady who has like clear stomach issues. She's like, I had half my intestine removed. They're supposed to give me my medication. They aren't giving me my medication. So she's literally shitting the whole time in this tiny cell with all of us together. And the toilet is right fucking there.
How long were you in jail for the traffic
Just
tickets?
overnight.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't bad. I wasn't like, going to Fed prison or anything. But I just remember it being such a terrible experience. And then thinking, I'm never not going to pay my tickets again. You learn your lesson. And it was like they take you in this room to sleep, and all they give you is this like blue mat, and it smelled like piss. It was like disgusting. No blankets, no nothing. And it was freezing. And it was like the worst night of my life. So I said I'd never go back. But then 2 years later, like the thing from 2 years had caught up with me. Mm-hmm. And then I went back again. Was it a night or 2 nights?
Yeah, it was a night, I think. I don't know. That shit was sad.
It was really sad.
Shit was
Because I was
sad.
already like a different person at that time.
You already
And
changed.
I was a changed girl.
I was working my magic. We were getting there. Yeah.
Yeah. He was my savior, honestly. Little knight in shining armor, Marty over there.
Little knight in 42 pants in size
Knight.
42s.
Little knight in jorts and a fucking Mazda protege and shit.
Oh, I thought you were lighting a joint. What?
What? No way.
Smoke?
The ambulance will be here real quick.
Oh, hell
Now,
no.
she used to smoke weed, but then she got put on pins, which is like kid probation. And when she came
Probation,
back,
but for when you're underage.
she started getting fucking freaking out whenever she would smoke weed.
Oh, it caught you bad. I've had some
Yeah, I
friends
don't
that
know.
happened too.
I don't know why that
I've had some
happened.
friends that's happened too.
Yeah, I used to be fine, and then I stopped. I had to stop smoking for like a year and a half, and then I tried again, and I just couldn't handle it.
That sucks.
I know he still tries to get
Yeah.
me to do it all the time.
I'll,
but
I'll walk up
tries.
to her. She's just talking my regular adult shit, and I just
he
blow a
just
giant
blows it
cloud
right
her
in my face while I'm like
Oh, I've
talking on the
heard.
phone and
I've
shit.
seen you do it one time. Marty. He's just walking up. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Just trying to be a positive influence and shit.
Yeah.
I know you don't do drugs. Ooh, fuck.
just seeing if it works yet. At some point, she might be like,
One day she's like, "Oh my God, thank you for that. You know what? Can I smoke with you now?
Exactly. That's
Every
what he's
day
waiting for.
and every night.
That's why he's doing it.
Also, I'm gonna clean the whole fucking house right now. You want me to edit? That's what he thinks is gonna happen.
she starts, you want to talk about picture profiles and cinematography?
Fuck out of here. I was wondering what I don't know. Marty knows. I'm dumb. I have some notes here, and I didn't write them, so I'm just actually asking him like
This is a
questions.
Okay.
All
It's
right.
the first time I wrote the notes.
You did, huh? Yeah. This is the first time. It's in all caps. That's how I know it's you. But the title is in super small. Fuck. It's super small, but everything else is 24 size font. All right, here we go. You ready? Marty wrote these, so get mad at him. Are you ready? I see the next thing says psychotic X. And I'm assuming it's not Marty.
No. This is the fine gentleman right before me.
Yes. So I was right before him. I was in like a 3.5-year relationship. It was actually my first relationship.
Really?
I didn't date in high school. I just didn't want none of that. I saw all my friends going through bullshit. I just wanted to be like free person. So I didn't have no boyfriends, nothing. And when I was 17, I met this guy. And he was just a fucking psycho.
From the start?
After the first couple months.
Because you liked him.
Right, yeah, I liked him a lot. And then we got together. After the first couple months, I realized what a fucking psycho he was, but I felt like I was already in like too deep. He's like one of those situations where, like you threaten to break up with him. He's like crying and doing all that. You're like, I have no idea.
That sucks.
Yeah, so this dude was crazy to the point where I would try to break up with him. And let's say, for example, the one time I was working at a hotel and he came to the hotel. I was working there at night and I have like this big basket of laundry that you're supposed to fold. He comes in and he's like, "Oh, word, you're going to break up with me?" And like came in there and tried to start my laundry on fire, like all the shit on fire.
You just trying to light it? Like you just came in doing this?
Yeah. He was trying to light the sheets and stuff on
That's
fire.
going to take a minute. Fuck. Oh, yeah, as he's screaming, how threatening is that? Fuck you.
Not to mention that he rode a bike.
He rode a bike with a lighter?
He stole someone's bike. So I had like broke up with him. He caused a scene at a party we were at, whatever. So I just like ended up leaving him there. I'm like, I can't even deal with you. I don't want to be with you.
Is he older than you?
He was like a year older than me.
Oh, so you guys are both just kids, though.
Yeah, we were. And he ended up stealing a bike and riding it. And it was like probably like 15 miles.
To your fucking work?
So, yeah.
Should have heard him out. 15 miles on a stolen bike.
I know.
Looking over your shoulder every 2 seconds.
So one of the people staying there ended up calling the cops. But it was like so many instances of this. I tried to break up with him one time. Another time, he jumped on the back of my car. So I was like driving with him on my trunk through town.
Shit. When did he get off?
I had to pull over, and actually the police came again.
You're getting good with that. Soundboard's going hard. So, when did he finally leave you alone?
There's a story to that.
Tell me. We tell stories here. We tell stories here sometimes.
So I actually, so there was one time
Let
me back up. So there was, my senior year, I had moved back in with my mom. So, we're kind of jumping around, but
I'll come back to it, yeah.
So I had moved back in with my mom, but then I went and live with my grandma because I just,
Can't do it.
Didn't get along. So I'm living with my grandma my senior year. Me and my friend, I tried breaking up with him again. Meanwhile, he lives like an hour and a half away near my dad in like the next city over.
How'd you meet?
At a nightclub.
At 17? How'd you get in?
Yeah, I was getting into clubs when I was like 15. I had a fake ID. I knew all the bouncers. Everybody just let me in.
Her club run was done by the time I met her. And
Yeah,
she was
by
20.
the time I was 21,
were
I was
too
done.
adult as a kid. That happened to me too.
Yes,
Did too much adult shit at 15.
exactly.
Got burned out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he lives an hour and a half away. And what is the story? You said when you finally broke up.
He ends up like staying in town. I go out with my friends. I come home and he's literally, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. He jumps out from behind the bushes
Of your house?
of my grandma's house.
He'd been there for a minute.
He'd been there for a long minute. So it turned like, and then there's also this one time.
Well, what happened? Don't. He jumped out from behind the bushes.
Yeah. And he was like, what the fuck? Where were you? Like, it was like an abusive
So he would just ask you where you are, aggressive, and then leave?
I don't remember what happened, but I think my grandma overheard the thing, and she's like, "If you don't fucking leave, I'm calling the cops." Kind of. Well, she didn't say that for it. My grandma doesn't swear, but if you don't leave, you know, I'm calling the cops, type of thing. So, because before that, I forgot. I came home again one time, and this is like months of me like trying to get rid of him,
This
and then me being
sucks.
stupid. And like
Talking to him again a little bit.
talking to him, and yeah, so it's like, you know, it's kind of on me also. But I came home another time, and I go to go to sleep, and I hear snoring under the bed. He was in my grandma's house underneath my fucking bed.
And he fell asleep waiting
He
for
fell
you.
asleep waiting for me. Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck? Was there anybody there to beat the fuck out of this man?
No, my poor grandma. Like, she was like, I'm not gonna be like, Grandma, he's under my bed. You know, like.
So what happened when you woke him up?
I told him he had to get out, or I was gonna call the cops. Yeah, he did end up getting arrested eventually.
That's some really
my
creepy
grandma.
shit to be under the bed.
I know.
That Rosie knows. I check every room, every closet, everything, every time I
do
go to
that
the
now.
house.
I do that.
Because of that and the Sixth Sense. I don't want anybody to shoot me. But that's the scariest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Yeah.
The fact that you heard snoring I would have lost my mind.
Oh, terrifying.
Oh, I would have lost my shit. I probably would have just died right there. I probably would have died from fright right then and there, like, oh, and just coughing.
Yep.
Oh, God. So what happened? When did he leave you alone?
Just eventually, I just kept having to call the cops, and eventually
One day he just said, you know what?
he just
I'm
left me
done.
alone. Yeah. But it was dragged out for like months. And before this, so we had even in the beginning of the relationship, I'd moved out of my mom's house as soon as I graduated. Well, out of my grandma's house. And we got an apartment together. So my first apartment, first time I ever lived on my own was with him.
Oh, you guys were attached.
Yeah. So it was like a
He's a kid too.
serious relationship
kid too.
pretty early on. And then I realized how fucking crazy he was when we started living together. I would say.
Why is he crazy? Because you try to break up with him? But
no,
you had to.
because we would like drink together and he'd just go crazy, thinking I'm cheating on him and like that kind of
Oh,
shit.
he's a secure guy.
Yeah. And he was probably cheating on me, basically.
For sure. If he's asking, then
Right.
scared about that, he's probably doing that. Yeah, I get it.
So our very first apartment together, we had lived there only maybe about a month. And then it was Halloween night. So I'm 18 at this point.
Oh, you
Thinking
set this
I'm
up so awesome.
Let's go.
Good storyteller. I can see everything. All right, keep going.
So
It's Halloween.
It's Halloween night, Hallows Eve. And we all go out to the bar, and we come back. And mind you, I had convinced my friend from my hometown, like an hour and a half away, to come with me. So she comes with me.
Did you go out with your boyfriend to the bars? Or just okay.
Yes. So we always went out together, but it always ended up in like a fight. Ugh. And she comes out with me. She drives out there with me. And I warn her because we had smelled this weird smell. Every time we go up in our apartment, we lived above like a corner store.
This is the Buffalo?
This is in Olean.
This is the hour and a half away.
Which is like, hour and a half south of Buffalo. And every time we come up into the apartment, there was like this nasty smell. A smell I never smelled before, but it was nasty, like rancid. And I thought maybe my neighbor like went on vacation, left his dog in the apartment or something, to the point where I even went and knocked on the door to see what was going on. And it was literally the right across the hall neighbor from me. But it would only come during certain times because it was cold. So it would, anytime it warm up a little bit,
You smell it.
I'd smell it, and then it'd be cold and go away. Even reached out to my landlord. So we go out that night, and we come back, and as we come back, there's like a back entrance to the apartment and a front. So the back entrance, somebody has to let you in on the inside. So we had come up through the front, we start cooking something, and somebody's like, I came up the back way, and your neighbor, he's like just fucking standing there. It's real weird. So me and my friend were like, what? They're like, go check it out. Go check it out. Like, nobody wants to go look. And so me and her go out and look, and we went out through the back door, and the back door, when you close it, it locks behind you. Somebody has to let you back in. And we look through his window. So like my window's here, the neighbor's window's here, and then the door's in the middle. So we look, and there's like this faint light, like a night light. And you look, and you can see the neighbor is just standing there in the living room when you just first glance. And then we look a little bit, we look closer and realize he hung himself.
Oh.
Yeah. So he hung himself from his living room ceiling, and that's what we were seeing. Like, it looked like he was just standing there. And that's what we had been smelling for like almost going on 2 weeks.
Oh, that's sad.
Super sad.
Did you know the person?
I didn't know him. because we had just moved in. So I think I saw him maybe like one time. And it's really sad because for him to be nobody heard from him for like 2 weeks. Until we found him. That's really sad. So
you guys came home shit-faced and saw that?
Shit-faced, yeah.
This is not the story I thought that we were about to get right now.
She went through a string of fucking unfortunate events.
Real fucking weird things, yeah.
That is fucked up.
Mm-hmm. So we called the police. They had to come and break the window open because the door locked and everything, and the smell just like rushed out. Like, I'll never forget that smell.
Oh.
So fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, so we started this off on a different note. Continue.
So after that, we immediately moved out of the apartment. Like, we just couldn't stay there. It was really weird,
Yeah.
Just creeped me out. So we decided to move to Arizona. So I moved to Arizona with this guy. To
How
Phoenix.
old were you?
I was not 19 yet. Maybe I just turned 19.
They moved to Arizona. Why'd you guys pick Arizona?
His cousins lived there.
Was this guy Mexican, white, black?
Black.
In Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay.
They lived in Phoenix.
Wild. I was thinking Mexican dudes and like racist white men in trucks.
Really?
That's how I think of Arizona. I've never really been there. Sorry, Arizona. My bad.
I don't think it was like that.
Okay, so you moved there, and how was it?
It was cool for like a minute. I was literally like, we moved there about a month after all that happened. I kid you not, was there for only a couple days. And we're just walking downtown Phoenix. We're just checking out everything. And this guy just jumped off a building right in front of us.
You guys are just getting the worst.
The worst. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I am not supposed to be with this dude. Like, the universe, like, people they go their whole lives without seeing shit like that.
So twice in a month?
Twice in a month.
In 2 different states.
2 different. Mm-hmm. So after that, I was just like,
I'm going home.
I'm going home. Only lasted like another 2 weeks there. But it was just super traumatic. So then I went home. And I just tried to break. So then he followed me. He was there for like a couple more weeks. I'm like, I can't do this. I tried to break up with him. He followed me. He's like, I want to make it work. And it took me like 2 months to really try to break it off with him. He would just come to where I'm from, even though he's an hour and a half away, and just like fall asleep under my bed, hide in the bushes.
Fall asleep
like,
under my bed. You sound like you're introducing some 2 payments of $9.99. Fall asleep under my bed. Fight my grandma. Jesus Christ. So he fell asleep on your bed, creepy as shit. He jumped out, tried to scare you in the bush, didn't do anything, and
Like
left.
Howie Mandel.
No, he didn't try to scare me. He just came out.
No, that's what I'm imagining. He just jumps out.
No.
So what finally made him leave? You said just enough cop calls.
Yeah, enough calling the cops.
And he just left you alone.
Yeah, and then he started leaving me alone. I mean, does he even still? He'll still randomly send me messages.
Stop it.
Just
You're
as
fucking
recent
married.
as 5 months ago.
What? Does he know
Yeah,
that you have
we had to block him
family?
and everything. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I know you're married, and no disrespect."
But let me just disrespect your entire family.
Yeah.
real quick. But I don't mean it. Okay, so he didn't find anybody else, I'm assuming?
No, he did.
Oh,
He has like 3 more kids, four kids now,
God.
with 2 different girls. So, yeah.
All right, well,
Anyway,
It made life so much easier for me coming into the equation. I was like thinking her family, her mom's side is all cookie cutter and shit. I'm coming through with the fucking 5X white tees and all my homeboys and shit. And they actually fucking were like, thank God.
someone that's not a
he's
psychopath.
not a psycho.
I didn't
Why does he have a
expect it at
screw
all.
in his hand?
They were cool. I was like self-conscious for the first couple months, I remember.
Really?
Yeah, for
They
sure.
loved Marty.
You put it on the front?
No,
Oh, okay.
No.
they were just so happy that I was out of that other relationship.
No
Because it was like after I broke up with him, then that's when like all the fighting started. Like I'm fighting everybody, and
Oh, so you had a 2-year span before you met Marty from him. That's when you started beating everybody's ass? And then you guys
I mean,
stabbed
there's a
and calmed
couple.
down?
There's like a couple instances before then, but
She was
it
downtown
like,
every
I was
night,
downtown
whatever.
every single night. I was just being real reckless, hanging out with people that were reckless. Because I don't know, I just like when you go through shit and you're not thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about consequences. You're just, I don't know how to explain it.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're just taking a break from the episode to tell you about one of our sponsors. This is Manscaped. And if you're an active listener here on Dope As Usual, you already know what Manscaped's about. It's for your dick and balls. So guys, with Christmas right around the corner, take advantage of this code. Take advantage of our link. Right now, go to www.manscaped.com/YOLA, and that's 20% off plus free shipping on anything on the site. Manscaped has a section called lifestyle products, and it's perfect for stocking stuffers. And all of these things aren't for your dick and balls. They got lip balm, which is definitely not for your balls. They got underwear, the shirts. They have the shed, which is actually the bat. You've seen it on our channel before. The carrying case, that's the shed. As I said before, Christmas is right around the corner, so don't be like me 2 days before Christmas and I'm over there taking every single gift certificate I can buy at the store. Be smart, be cool, and get a discount. All right? Get a discount and use our code. Manscaped also offers something called the Peak Hygiene Plan. So basically, every 3 months, they will send you, it's like a subscription-based thing. They send you the re-up. New blades, refill on gels and powders and shaving cream. But it's also a really good way of trying out the new products. We don't know, only you know. Maybe you need a shitload of ball wipes. So get the hygiene plan. You can get it every 3 months shipped to your door. If any of this interests you guys, go to www.manscaped.com/YOLA, and that's going to get you 20% off plus free shipping on anything on the site. Guys, thank you so much for listening to me talk about dick and balls for all of 2021. This year's almost over, so thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting, and thank you for supporting the brands that support us. What's up, guys? Just want to say a special shout out to one of our sponsors. This is Onnit. All right, guys, it's Christmas time, and Onnit is doing something super special. This is called 12 Days of Fitness. Right now, if you go to their Instagram, check out the giveaway flyers that they've been posting. Read the directions on the post, but like, comment, and follow on Instagram. And you can be entered in the giveaway, and one of the prizes is super, super dope. Marty has one of the coolest Onnit dumbbells I've ever seen, the Ironman one, but they're giving away right now super, super cool spray-painted dumbbells. They're all Christmas themed, so right now, maybe you can win a giveaway and get the coolest Christmas present for somebody. So if any of this interests you at all, go to www.onnit.com. That's ONNIT.com/YOLA. That link will get you 10% off of anything on the site. That's the supplements, the nutrients packs, the clothing, everything but the weight sets. And right now they have the daily immune formula. That's the Virotech. This is basically a shot of immunity boosting vitamins. And for everyone out there, remember, they do have the subscription-based packs. So once again, guys, that's www.onnit.com. That's ONNIT.com/YOLA. And like I said, that's 10% off of every single thing on the site but the weights. Sorry, I see a note in here too. Marty, you're so vague. It's like the chapter of a book. Psychotic X, getting stabbed, seeing horrible things.
Yeah.
It was the dead people.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Multiple suicides inside a month.
Inside of 1 month. That's a sign.
She didn't really describe that second one, I feel like, and it's the homeboy like landed right
On the
next
ground.
to her.
He almost
Yeah,
landed on
it was
top
like
of you?
It was like a 20-story building.
He almost landed on you. He would have killed you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. More so close to another woman that was holding her baby. Like, if he would have landed on them, definitely.
They would have been dead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Heavy duty shit.
It wasn't a pretty sight. I mean, there were
Exploded.
things all over the road.
Yeah, explode. Yeah, once it's that high, you pop, basically. Oh, that's sad, bro.
Yeah. So I think it was like a combination of like just growing up and like those things. I'm just like, fuck it. Who gives a fuck anymore? And just like led me down to like just go out every night and
We were both
Just
desperate for a
getting
change when we met each other. Like we were both
desperate.
so ready for it.
so ready because I always knew what I wanted for myself. I was just surrounding myself around the wrong people.
Yeah, of course.
And I didn't know how to get out of it. But I think once I set that intention, that's when he came into my life and I knew, and I think that's super important is no matter what you go through in life, no matter what happens, no matter what you do, there's always, if you want different for yourself, you can have different for yourself. You're not defined by everything you've seen, experienced, or everything that you did.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's completely true, and I think a lot of people don't think that way, and that's why they just dwell on everything.
For sure. It's really easy to, I feel like, beat yourself up and like, constantly think about all the things you did that screwed up and all that. But, on the flip side, like if you're ready to change that, you can change it.
I think we both, I remember like right before I was really like asking, I really wanted it. I wanted a solid girl. I was in my mind, like picturing, like manifesting, visualizing without knowing that's what I was doing. It's speaking it out loud, even to my boys and shit. And then when it happened, it was like, I respected it so much. Like even as a 19, 20-year-old dude, like I respected my relationship with her so much because I asked for it. It's like, and then once we had Ariana, immediately it was just like, you gotta, it's like a smack in the face to God, like I said, like to disrespect this shit.
Question. How did you tell Marty that you were about to have a baby so close, so early? How long were you guys dating before you?
4 months.
Whoa. Where were you at? What'd you do? How'd you tell him? I guarantee it wasn't a fucking TikTok gender reveal surprise. It wasn't anything cool as shit.
I don't know.
You guys don't remember? It must have been devastating / oh, okay, let's do this.
It wasn't devastating.
Oh, for God.
I think it was probably a fucking, I don't want to say dollar store pregnancy test, and we were just like,
It was a dollar.
it was probably something like that.
Test,
Yeah.
actually.
Did you buy 2 to make sure since it was a dollar store?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Actually, no, I probably stole the dollar.
Cuffed us a little 6-pack of them things.
Ghetto as fuck.
No.
I love it so much. I love it so much, dude. It's hilarious. I probably stole my pregnancy test. Fuck.
Maybe a sign you're not ready for a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Definitely.
I don't want to spend $1.
Yeah.
Fuck, I know. That's a good early warning sign.
So how'd you tell Marty? Do you remember?
I don't really remember. I really don't.
remember either.
It wasn't that big of a
just,
deal.
It wasn't. I was just like, yeah, I think I'm pregnant. And then we went and checked, and we're like, all right, we're gonna.
We both like for some reason just knew it was okay. We were like, it's okay.
Because by that point, like 4 months seems like very short. But when we were together for like, this dude came, stayed the night at my house, and didn't leave.
That's what he said. I went over your house one time and never left. He said that
And
exact thing.
it felt so.
Yeah.
Natural.
She was never my girlfriend. She morphed right into my fiance, and then That was it. Even before I proposed to her.
Yeah, that's because you didn't put a ring on it, and I felt better saying fiance.
Listen, we made
So we
our peace with
pregnant
the
as
ring
fuck.
situation here on the show.
Yeah, bring it up. We already talked about it. You fucked up. You should have been here.
Yeah, it was a couple years.
Yeah, Marty.
It took a couple years to get that fucking ring going, but yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. I love you.
So, how'd you meet Marty?
On MySpace.
On MySpace?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you saw a straight built hat and a 5X white tee and went, okay.
What's ironic is she saw that fucking G Unit pic
saw the
I just
G-Unit
posted on
pic.
Instagram. And that,
Want the shirt?
yeah.
With the shirt, right?
Yeah,
full.
I did. I was like, dang, he's from Buffalo. He's like a rapper. He was at the G Unit Studios. And then,
right.
but the only
Damn
reason,
right.
that's not why I reached out. I saw that he had a mutual friend that I also knew. And we started talking like that.
It was fucking Goofy.
Yeah, the one you
Yeah,
told me
so
about.
Goofy introed us via MySpace friendship.
Goofy.
He makes an appearance. I never would have thought he'd make an appearance
In your
every
whole
episode.
life. He steered your whole life.
Literally.
Brought you out here.
Literally.
Introduced you.
Crazy. Pops in and makes a big fucking.
Turns out he's working with our ad agency and he's running some shit. And oh, shit. So you met him through him. You saw him on MySpace and you guys met up.
Sent him a message. Started exchanging messages. We met for the first time. And mind you, I went to college for a little bit. I did try.
She
I
went to
attempted.
ECC.
Oh,
What's that
okay. It's a community college.
That's
He's
just-
trying
it's a
to talk
college?
to It's a fucking college.
It's okay. People do the Bills tailgating in the ECC parking lot. All right.
What's wrong with that?
Shit is.
I'm on April's side with this. I went to Merced
Wait,
Community
that's why he's
College.
always talking
sorry.
shit. Always
It's
talking
the high
shit.
school of colleges.
Oh, you thought you played soccer?
Yeah, let's not go there.
Oh, here we go.
What'd your dad send you a newspaper clipping?
All I'm saying is, listen. All right, hold on. I'm gonna let you finish.
Here we go. Here's the FaceTime conversation. apparently, Marty doesn't believe that April used to play soccer. And Marty was a star and only scored 1 point. So they talked
Yeah.
shit. But I'm shooting 1,000.
It was 3 points, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Three
one
points.
basket, worth 3 points.
Actually, that's how he got me too. And then he was like, "Oh, this big basketball player."
She already knew. I didn't have to tell her.
starter.
Yeah, she
And
I didn't have to tell her. She
Come
already-
to find out,
That shit was true.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
listen,
I actually was like a soccer. Actually,
Tell
like
him.
let's talk
Tell him
about
what a
like
star you were.
I'm
Do it.
just like an athletic, natural talent.
Is that where Cam gets it
Soccer,
from?
Exactly. That's where the sun
That's
gets
what
it from.
she'd have you think. Go ahead and tell them about
That's
your
what should
career.
have you
So
think.
I played soccer. I played basketball. I was just always good at it. And I got moved onto varsity in 8th grade for
shit.
soccer. And he always wants to talk so much shit. Like I did not. I was never good at soccer. So he's always having me like, oh, well, so my stepdad, he was big on taking video, like on his camcorder, like back in the day.
Constantly.
And he's like, it's not fucking true because oh, fuck. You're going to have to cut that out.
Just bleep it.
He doesn't have it on video.
Yeah. Right?
So basically, he's like, yeah, if it were true, it'd be on video. No, because we weren't cool.
No, this fool has
He has
every.
every other thing
I
of
find
his
that hard to
other
believe.
daughters.
He won't let it die.
So then I had to call my dad up. And
He
I was
didn't have
like,
any
hey,
newspaper clippings or
yes,
nothing.
he did. He sent me a picture of when I was in the newspaper. And still,
What did it say, though?
it was like April Barber, top goal scorer, scores the winning goal, like something legit. And he's like, nope.
She went to a school. There was 50 kids in her
Oh,
graduating
okay.
class.
Marty won't let her have
No,
it.
there wasn't. He's like, I went to that school for 1 year.
I always fuck with her. I'm like, babe, your school had dirt floors. I'm sorry. That doesn't-
Oh, shit.
He really does.
You actually never even played fucking soccer.
Yeah.
So where's your tapes, Marty?
Uh-huh.
She's an athlete. Listen,
Where's your basketball tapes?
I didn't have a goddamn camcorder, okay? You asked the streets about me. They know.
You asked the streets about me, man. You know, like, oh, him? Yeah, he scored that 1 point. That shit was sick.
He's got the highest shooting record in school history at Damon, right? Him? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, batting 1,000. All right. I will give you that. But this is the part I was going to ask. Why don't you, you know what you should do? Before this video airs, get that newspaper clipping and make him edit it in there.
All right.
I would love to see that. Marty, you guys have known each other for how long? You never showed him?
No, I did show him.
Got it. There's an alleged
He
clipping
still
out there.
he
An
still
alleged?
talks shit. No,
You read it?
no. He read it.
I don't remember.
Oh, Marty, no. I can see it on your face. You're like, yeah, I did. I
No,
don't
he literally
remember.
just like talks shit to talk shit.
She's an elite athlete.
But this
It's
is
funny
this
'cause-
is what you gotta
yeah.
give your partner shit. You gotta be
Yeah,
able to
yeah.
be sarcastic. Like, but he's like sometimes I do kind of.
I got to make shit up because she's so goddamn perfect. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do out here?
As he's fucking editing over your face in the edit, wrong as fuck. Yo, you could do that. Everything she says, not true. Not true. Not true. A little bleep, not true. Bing, bing,
Yeah, fact
not
check.
true. Yeah. It just freeze frames. Not true.
Just cuts to me in my garage, just like
Not true. As you're fucking smoking in the garage. Yo, okay. Let's get back on this. I have. Oh, you met Marty. You guys moved in, had a baby, fast, super fast, and now we're caught up because we've heard almost everything after that from you. Not everything, but a lot. We've heard a lot. So this is what we're gonna circle back to because we didn't even smoke any weed yet, and I just ranted. You get kicked out of your house in eighth grade.
Oh my God, we did rant.
Holy
Yep.
shit.
That story.
Yep. I brought it back.
Let's go.
Okay, all right.
What happened? 8th grade, you got kicked out and
So-
said you have to move with your dad?
Yeah, so you got to go live with your dad.
Wait,
But I was like excited.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was like,
You almost
that's
did it
what I
on
was-
purpose now.
Exactly. So that's what kind of where I was going with it. But my poor mom, you know, she tried, but
You didn't think
it
to
was,
try to hide the car mess up? I would have like
no, because I
slammed the trash can into him. Like I was taking the trash out. Like fuck the whole. I'm so sorry.
I don't know what I was.
Oh,
thinking.
I would have ran away.
I literally like didn't give a fuck. There was like some other issues other than it just being split home. They hated each other. There was some undiagnosed mental health issues on that side, and
On your mom's side?
some on my mom's side, there was just a lot of fucked up shit that happened that really pushed me toward my dad. And then I went to go live with my dad, and then there was just a lot of shit that I shouldn't have seen. And my dad realizes that now. He's like my number one biggest fan. He says, "I'm so proud of you." He realizes a lot of shit that
He texts us, "I love you."
he texts,
like,
"I love
every
you,"
day.
like every fucking day.
Cool.
And if I don't respond back, he'll like just call me off the hook. But he's good now.
So, but growing up, I'm assuming he was just drunk or something?
he just was like involved in the same lifestyle that he grew up with. You know, he didn't, I don't want to say knew any better, but he just wasn't, he was more my friend, I think.
Yeah,
than
so
Being
at-
a
from-
dad wasn't as
From
priority.
10 to what is you lived with your dad?
I didn't live with him until I was almost 12.
Oh, so 12, I thought you got kicked out in 8th grade and you left to move with your dad.
Yeah, I was almost 12.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're
I'm
12.
saying after 10, I really didn't
oh,
care
from
about
when
my
you started.
I was like,
Gotcha.
honestly, it was like making their life hell, I feel like. And my mom and my
Got
stepdad.
you. So they're like, hey, you gotta get
Like,
the fuck
you
out
gotta
of
go.
here.
Yeah.
We have 2 other kids. We got to sacrifice this mean one right now. Got you.
Yeah.
So you went with your dad. How was that at 12? And that's when you started chilling with everybody. But before it was just on the weekend. And now it's like, yo, what's up, fools? I live here.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
here.
no.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it was like as soon the night I got there. I got there at like
imagine.
9:30 at night on a weekday, and I was like instantly, I'm like, all right, Dad, see ya. And I went up and told all my friends I was there, and all my friends, they're like 2-3 years older than me at that point. And it just turned into a situation where I was literally out. I was in 8th grade. I would not even come home at night. My dad would try to check up on me wonder where the fuck I am. And I would just drink, or I wouldn't come home, and he'd, act upset the next day. But there was never really any like repercussions for that. So I literally did what the fuck I wanted.
Did you stay in school?
I did stay in school.
Damn.
I know. And I actually got kind of decent grades.
Maybe that's why he wasn't too pissed. So from 12 to what age are you living with your dad?
Only for that year. Because I got in so much trouble.
With your dad?
Mm-hmm. That's the year I was put on pins.
Would you get caught at school?
I got, me and my friend, a couple of friends, went and did like some spray paint graffiti at the dugout. We're like drawing like dicks. We drew like dicks on the baseball player. And just dumb shit.
Yeah, stupid shit.
Just dumb shit. And the police got involved, and yeah.
So PINS is the drug program where you have to sit there and piss in a cup every month.
Yeah, I did have to do that. Yeah. So at that, I feel like even at that age, I was like, fuck, I don't want to, like, I could have stayed with my dad. I could have. But even then, I'm like, fuck, I just really don't want this anymore. Because I was like literally out every single day, every single night. Just wasn't about that life anymore. And then
At 12?
I was like
12
14
years old?
Like 14, almost 15 by this point, because I had lived with him for a year. And then I wanted to go back and live with my mom.
So like 14, you go back with your mom?
Almost 15.
Almost 15.
And then I was on pins because of that situation. And then me and my mom just could never get along. She was like always calling the officer to drug test me and everything, even though I wasn't like smoking weed or anything at that point. So
was your stepdad any cooler after you came back? Oh, fuck.
yeah. So it just wasn't a good situation. I feel like I was always constantly trying to like get out of my mom's house, even though I knew, like looking back, that was probably the best structure for me. But she was too young. I was, I assume it's very difficult to deal with like two totally different parents and trying to get along.
They really didn't work it out until deep into our relationship, I feel like.
Oh, you and your mom? Mm-hmm. Really? So your two younger siblings that they had, did you get along with them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not even, I don't consider them my half siblings.
Well,
They're my sisters, my little sisters, and like I never considered them any different, but I get along with them really good.
They're amazing. It's like a crazy case study because she has her two sisters that live with her stepdad and her mom, and then she has two brothers from her dad that her dad had nothing to do with. That it did not. I mean, one of them he's fine, but the other one it did not turn out well for it fucking all.
No, him, and so my two brothers I've met a couple times. One is doing very well with his life.
He's in the Army or Marines.
He's done very good. And then my other brother, he's in jail right now for attempted murder.
Ugh.
With his mom.
What?
Yeah, they went and tried to rob somebody for drugs, both of them together. Because she was always a drug addict. Always. Like, my dad got with her. This is the thing about my dad also. He always dated younger women. So I was 12, 13, and I would be friends with his girlfriends who were like 18, 19 years old.
And your dad's like, what, 30?
He's like 30-something at this point. 20, 30. Yeah, something, early 30s. And so then she got pregnant at 18 and had this brother.
Because you're hanging out with all the older kids. Mm-hmm. Who's your boyfriend? That's my dad.
I know.
Oh, fuck.
It was real fucking weird.
Odd.
Yeah.
Sitcom-y. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Kind of Jerry Springer-ish.
Yeah, kind of wild.
A little weird.
All just drinking 40s. I'm like, oh, that's my dad. That's my boyfriend. Uh-huh. Okay, so he had two kids with the same lady?
No, two different.
Oh,
So
and then
he
she was
the
a drug.
youngest. She ended up being like a drug addict. To give my dad credit for, he did attempt to like have visitation with both of them, and the moms made it very difficult. So he just didn't try anymore, and he should have, like how he did with me. But that that brother got mixed up with the mom. He was raised by the grandparents on the mom's side. And then the mom took him back, and she was a drug addict. And then they went and robbed somebody, and he had a gun with him. And during the robbery, the guy got shot. So he and his mom.
What a wild court case.
Yeah.
That sucks. So your two little sisters from your mom and stepdad, both cool.
Angels.
Awesome.
Yes. Turned out really great.
So they're like 21, 24.
25 and 28.
Oh, they're not that much younger than you at all.
10 and 8 years.
That's not a long time.
Not
I
at
thought
this
they were
age.
like 20 years old. I thought they were way younger.
I mean, if you think I'm like 29.
No, I was going to say because we're all like basically the same age.
Yeah.
I thought they were like
Yeah, they're
the way
young adults.
Rocco's to me.
Yeah, no, they're all.
That's why I thought when you said, "Oh, her little sisters are coming to town." When people say that,
Oh, right,
I assume
right.
like, "Oh, is she like in like graduating high school or something?" Oh, so you had siblings. See this whole. Why did I think?
Well, I mean, not really. Like, so I was already like,
You're already
I got
done.
kicked out
And you're
at
done.
14.
Yeah.
Lived with it for a year, came back, lived with it, and then I was out of the house by 17. So I didn't really grow up with them, right? But they turned out really well. My one sister moved out here to California. She goes to Santa Barbara University.
Nice.
My other sister, she was in school pre-med. Now she's traveling. They travel like all over the world. They did really well.
Nice. See, that's what I was this whole time. I was assuming math. I didn't do good math today. Okay, you said you had them at 8, and then when I was 10. So they're obviously 8 and 10 years older than you. I am fucking burnt.
You're tracking a lot of different people right now. in your
Yeah,
mind.
I'm trying to keep it all together, and I took a shitload of dabs before we started.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so you have siblings. Do you talk to your brothers whatsoever at all?
No, my older brother, he's not older than me, but the oldest one, I talk to him here and there. But not like, I don't know, it just really makes me sad that I'm really close with my sisters.
But not them.
So I could have had the same relationship with them, but I didn't. And it's not our fault. It's not the kid's fault.
No. All right. So, to get on to one more thing real quick. I mean, I'm not done. To my next topic. I see a topic says edibles gone wrong story.
Oh my God.
I have a lot of those. So what is yours?
It's your only edible story, actually.
It is actually. No, I've done it a couple times, but that was like my worst experience ever. So I just can't, like we talked about, I can't handle it. He had edibles. My friend was visiting from New York, and
When was
we
this?
all did it.
It's probably
This was, like,
2015.
Oh, a long time ago.
yeah, like 6 years ago, 5 years ago. Camden was like 1 or 2. So we all did it. Everybody's having a great time.
No, you're not setting the scene properly at all.
Right, go ahead.
Something happened. We were fucking watching UFC or something. Everybody's basically ready for bed. I had some Chiba Chews. I'm eating the fucking Chiba Chews. Like, I'm not even thinking twice about it.
Yeah.
I offered them a piece of the Chiba Chew.
Which you shouldn't do. Keep going.
Okay, so now I sliced this fucking thing so thin. Like, I sliced the end off it. Like, if it was a loaf of bread, it was the last piece
Like
of
it was
bread
a
you
loaf
don't
of
use.
bread.
I'm talking about the piece was so fucking small, it would almost dissolve in your fingers
No,
like that.
he's exaggerating.
It was a fucking tenth of a Chiba, okay?
Okay.
That's what she's talking
I
about.
felt like it was
She's
pretty
sitting here.
big,
We
like
were
a
all
whole
sitting
fucking
around
thing.
doing the edibles and shit. All right. She had a fucking little slice of this thing, and so did her friend. Go ahead.
I like that setup. Go ahead.
I thought you were
Okay.
going to tell the whole fucking story.
No, you go.
Okay, so I think I had more than that. Because
Strawberry
everybody else is
sized
like
Chiba Chew.
literally, I feel like it was a lot bigger than that. Anyway, everybody's fine. Everybody's chilling. I was fine till we went to go to bed, and then I start freaking out.
In bed?
Yeah, in bed. I start like panicking. I start thinking that him and my friend had like a plot to come here and poison me and kill me.
Get it right out of here.
That's where it took me. I was so fucked up. I
Did
had
you
to
tell
get
this to
up.
Marty as you're fucked up?
No, not yet. Because it was so fucked up. Like, obviously, I know
was
that
so
I'm
mad.
fucked up and thinking these, like, I know that. So I go in the bathroom and I'm like looking in the mirror, like, you're so fucked up. Like, trying to talk myself out of it. So then I hop in the shower because I'm just trying to like compose myself. And I had just gotten a spray tan too. So when you get a spray tan, you're not supposed to shower for a couple, like next day.
Okay.
And then I hop in and all the fucking spray tan is just going down the drain. And I'm like, fuck,
what's wrong with me?
fuck. And I'm like hopping out of the water. And like, it was just so fucked up.
You're half orange
imagine?
dripping.
Yeah.
It's melting off in the shower.
Yeah, it was so fucked up.
So what is
It was
that
like, and then I got out of the shower and then I had to come tell him I thought I was dying.
She woke me up, and what'd I do?
You laughed at me. I tried to wake him up. I'm at the edge of the bed like, oh my God.
I'd never
I
seen
think-
somebody actually
I
freak
think
out.
you need to call the ambulance. I think I'm literally dying. So he laughs at me and I'm like, that's not helping. And it just,
I had to explain to her, this is a thing that happens to some people.
yeah. And then that's what I think that I'm like, they're plotting on me. They're trying to fucking kill me because I think I'm dying and he's trying to convince me that I'm not dying.
Oh, so you think you poisoned me? Mm-hmm. Oh, you my friend? Oh, you want to hang out with my friend more?
Isn't
You're trying
that
to kill me?
fucked up?
We got
what's going
kids?
on here.
We have 2 children at this point?
Yeah, so that's why sorry,
No edible.
no edibles.
That's a disclaimer. Chiba Chews will make you think your fucking husband's plotting to poison
She
you.
went out of business not that long after that, I'm pretty sure.
Chiba Chews, correct me if I'm wrong. I think pretty sure they were selling black market trap. They got caught selling trap packs and edibles, but I could be completely wrong. I can't remember. It was an article I saw a couple years ago. Sorry, Chiba Chews, if it's not you. Anyway, awesome.
Yeah.
I've had some experiences like that. I'm like, oh, I'm fucking done. RSO experiences I've had like that.
Really? I felt like it's just me.
Oh no, I've thrown up a lot. Got the spins. Got pale.
I'll freak out off an edible. I feel like everybody can hear my fucking... I have to address my heart beating out of my chest right now because everybody knows.
Well, you've heard my edible stories. I've had some fucked up times, but that's thousands of milligrams, and that's just insane. But our tolerances are different.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Apparently.
I see.
Since it was such a small little
You guys are
sliver, you know?
like complete opposites.
Marty, at
on
this
weed
next time Marty
tolerance.
tells this stories, and I gave her no Chiba Chews.
Yeah.
For years, I've been telling her that I gave her it.
I ate
It was a
one and I fucking
starburst.
kissed her and she was fucked.
Placebo.
She smelled it and just got all
Blew my
scared.
breath at her and it was over.
So I see another note that's a little more intense. What's up with this mushroom strips? It finally worked.
It did.
She had tripped before me, you know, before we met. Actually, no, just one time when I wasn't there. Before we
Twice
met.
before you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And both times, really fun time. Had a good time. It was in an environment where my first time was multiple people, which thank God it went okay. Everybody was enjoying themselves. Everybody was just laughing, having a good time. And then I did it again it's this thing called the regatta. And so you float down the river.
Oh yeah, like this
In like
shit
a
in Italy,
makeshift-
right?
Yeah, like I don't know.
No, it's in
what
like
that
a
is.
tube in your shit
Like
face.
yeah,
and there's
like
a
you
bunch of
fucking roll
drunk.
down the river in a floaty.
The buffalo version
Yes,
of Italy.
and there's like 3 keg stops along the way. So people are doing like keg stands and getting
Buffalo
real
gets
drunk.
wild, huh?
Yes.
It's alcoholic culture, and this is deep in the
Alcoholic,
country
yeah.
she's talking about.
Oh, okay. So you just have a canal where people get shit. It's boring out there. Hey, you want a drink? Yeah, but what if we just got in the fucking river and got drunk?
Yes, and it's a whole thing. There's thousands of people there. So we did it while we were there. Me and my friend.
Sounds
Actually, the friend that found the body with me.
Oh,
So we're still friends, luckily.
and
But-
then this recent one, mushroom trip.
Okay, so this recent one, I saw all sorts of.
She ate that shit, and then she ate it. She looked around, and she's like, I can see another dimension. It was like almost immediate.
What
It
did,
felt like.
describe what you saw?
Within like 25 minutes, I was seeing, and I had never I've been like the body high, and I see colors more vividly and stuff.
one
and
got
have a good
you.
time. This one really got me.
And by the way, I'm sorry. My bad. I gave you an edible. I gave you the mushroom bar. And it's the other mushroom bars that have 2 grams. The ones I gave you guys have 4 grams.
That was good.
And I didn't realize until after
We
you
didn't
guys
even
told me
know.
how hard you tripped. I gave you double the doses by and See how things happen? It wasn't even intentional, and I accidentally double dosed it.
It was
My bad.
it was the
But
perfect
it was
amount.
it was really
That's what you guys need.
good experience.
But
Yeah.
if it went
I
bad,
didn't
I
expect
could be
it,
the
though.
asshole right
Like,
now.
yeah.
I could be the piece of shit.
Because I definitely went into it not expecting that at all. It was just like, okay, it's just gonna be mild,
What'd you say?
body high. Within 20 minutes, I was sitting out on the porch, and it started like I saw inside the dining room, and I was looking at the table, and all the lights were like flashing so much brighter, and it looked like, I don't know, it just looked like a
Pulsating. Or breathing.
3D dimensional thing, and I was like, oh fuck, like this actually is doing something. And then I started seeing like geometrical shapes. Never saw that before. It was crazy.
She was just
It's
staring
cool, though,
off in
right?
the sky and shit.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Did the stars move?
Stars were moving. They looked like they were connected, like
Can you touch them?
pattern.
Did you move them?
Oh
No.
shit!
That's
I
my
didn't
favorite
do
thing,
that.
just to do this.
Whoa, that never
It's like
dawned
wiping
on
a
me.
table with salt all over it.
Oh fuck! I was completely fucking sober. She's in another dimension. The shit
you're
did
bigger.
not hit me. Yeah,
Yeah, yours hit later.
I was getting frustrated. She's all fucking.
I'm in another dimension.
I
Marty's
really am. I'm like,
pissed.
I'm like, oh my god! And then I'm like, come in the bathroom with me. You can see, like,
wash your hands.
Just wash your hands.
It's
You can
weird,
feel
huh?
it,
Feeling is weird. Touching
and
your
just, like, feeling
clothes.
it, and then like seeing my hands. It looked like it was like little person hands on a different body. Like I felt
Far
out of
away.
body, far away. Yeah.
That's why I say, remember, I always feel like my arms touch the ground. Or I always tug the bottom of my shirts because I feel like it's like a long cape. It feels like it's going to keep stretching like the Pee Wee Herman chain when he's locking his bike up and just keeps going. That's how I felt about my clothes on mushrooms. So what else did you see? You saw geometrical shapes?
I think that was just like, I don't know, just like the shapes and the bright colors and just trying to process everything. Like definitely looking at the sky was crazy. Actually, the palm trees turned into like fucking everything. Like you're in a Roblox. Do you know the Roblox game?
I heard of it.
All fucking boxy shapes, and that's
Oh, really?
what the palm trees start looking like.
I like
me,
looking
too.
at street lights because you know when you look at a street light and you look away and it kind of gets it kind of stays in your eye for a couple seconds. That shit's crazy once you start tripping.
I was getting frustrated because it wasn't hitting me, and then I took
Right,
more.
so it hit us at different times. By the time it started hitting him, I feel like I was starting to like not.
That's
so
the
it was,
worst.
Yeah. So then he's just I'm like done, and he's randomly like
And when you're done, you're
laughing
done.
at videos by himself.
Oh please! I was going fucking ham.
Oh, please.
I had the Pink Floyd going. I was bursting out in fucking laughter.
At the Pink Floyd video?
Oh my
Yes.
god!
At
There's nothing funny
no,
about him.
he tried to show it to me. Like, look
How
at it.
fucking funny
I'm
is
like,
this geological-
Fucking weird.
It was
This
funny.
mountain.
It was funny to me because I could picture the dude putting it together, and how random. Like if you watch Money, Shine On You Crazy
all the
Diamond, this
crazy
is
shit that's
trippy
coming
as
in?
fuck. Just
stuff.
cutting in, just
It's
random
just stuff.
shit. And I was just like bursting out and laughing. Like I
You're just
couldn't
laughing
help
at the
it.
bad editing.
It was amazing.
Just get cynical. You fucking bitch. In 1974. Doesn't even know how to
was
use
amazing.
Final Cut, huh, you bitch? On mushrooms, Marty's just a jerk.
And then he shows me what he's laughing at. I'm like, this is fucking creeping me out. I can't even watch it.
It's good shit, though.
It is good shit. Like, but then I was already like,
Yeah, you're already
Yeah.
done.
Yeah,
And once you're done off mushrooms and you decide that you're done, the night is done. I have a hard time going back to regular life after mushrooms. It's weird.
You gotta
That-
go to sleep and
I
shake
never
it off.
can. I do mushrooms all night, and I wake up and just the whole next day is like I'm fucked up, like I'm off. So pretty much, you went to sleep, and when you went to sleep, that's when Marty's night started.
Kinda,
yeah,
yeah.
I did.
It
I was
really
like, I'm
did.
done. I just like passed out on the floor, and then
Oh yeah, so you guys are
Eventually.
swimming on different parts of your
Yeah.
house,
Yeah.
touching textures.
It was cool. It was cool with her awake because we could talk and the music was going. The music was really hitting and shit. Random music I wouldn't normally listen to. It was perfect. And then I just started camping out in different spots of the house. I'm up against the fucking mini fridge. It's got
Camping
the
out.
blue light going. I had a video going of the, like an astronaut soaring over Earth. And then I went outside. It was fucking freezing cold outside. I'm sitting on the porch. Meanwhile, my police neighbor's probably staring outside. I'm staring up in the sky, just dumbfounded for I don't know how long. I was just staring up in the fucking sky. Laser light show going down.
Love it.
full blown
so fun.
star. I'm seeing constellations connected, and there's like a web that's kind of breathing like elastic amongst the stars. The stars are flickering.
It's so fun. It's
so
so fun, but like literally, you can only do it once in a while. I feel
Oh,
like
you have
for
too much.
me,
If you have too
like,
much responsibility, it's almost
it's
impossible to do
intense.
mushrooms.
Yeah, it's very.
You have too much shit to worry about, or too many people to take care of.
I would never
You
do it
can't.
again where it's not like a completely chill thing where it's just
Where we
us.
have,
and-
like,
Well, you guys
the
didn't
weekend.
expect it to hit you because the
No.
last times it didn't work.
I had been waiting for this for fucking a long time. You know, it was just I didn't want to go too overboard with the shit off the bat.
Yeah, of course. Well, that sounds bomb.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm glad it hit you guys.
Thank you.
Of course. Fuck yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So, what else do you have, Marty? Do you have anything you want to say? Or any stories or anything you want? Because obviously you know a lot more than I do, sir.
Look at
I
listen,
think
you
we
did
have touched base on pretty much
Listen, you
everything.
did a
Marty's
great job.
a
I think you did
devious
a
ass.
phenomenal job. She was nervous about this. You
That was
really did a
super
great
You
job.
did great.
and
It
nailed
wasn't that bad. We're just talking. After a while, we just
wasn't that
talking.
Bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels great to like put your fucking truth out there. After last week's episode, like that was just such a relief, and so many people wrote the comments and messages I got from last week's episode dealing with death too. It was fucking.
Yeah, you probably get
life-changing.
people the exact same thing to the T.
Yeah, and this I know with this episode, it's going to have the same effect on people going through all the shit that she's been talking about.
I just think it's really funny that you two look so fucking innocent. I just for me, no, like, if I was at a flag football game, saw Cam, like, oh, it's Cam's parents. They look cool.
We do look pretty fucking wholesome.
You guys
Yeah.
truly
We are.
look like a Hallmark family.
We are. I mean,
We
fuck.
are.
No,
Now
hold
we
on,
are.
hold on. I'm talking about from the start. Because over here, you're over here. Yeah, no, I punched dudes in the fucking mouth, and over here, no, I'll stop fucking. I carry a screw, and like then you guys just happened to meet because of a G Unit shirt and a big. Both of you guys get ready. What'd you say? I bumped DMX when I'm on my way to a sale.
Yeah, I do.
That's why
I'm
you guys
ready to go door knocking and get in the zone. I'll bump DMX or sometimes I'd even do corn.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a
Total opposite
yeah.
genres, but
I love them both, so that's fine.
You guys are very similar like that. She's obsessed with corn, but she'll throw out some hip hop shit every once in a while. I'd be like, that's why I married you.
And last time I talked,
every once in a while, I know
All the
every
time.
single, all the time.
I'm trying to
Thank
give you some credit here.
Thank
She
you.
puts on some.
I'm trying to give you some credit here while
Here's the way,
discrediting
actually,
you.
we like talk about this when we're driving the car. I know so many genres of music, like rock, old school,
Call
classic,
Thomas. See
everything.
if Thomas knows.
No.
I hear that
you
a
don't
lot.
You don't know this song? Like, just a song I think you should definitely know.
From the fucking 60s that her dad was playing. I'm sorry.
But your
No,
dad was
like
playing that
70s,
shit too, so I
80s.
think
Yeah, so
I grew up lucky. My mom knows all that shit. That's why.
Yeah.
I think I'm just like kind of surprised you don't know the songs. I'm like, I bet you Thomas fucking knows it.
I get that call. April's like, I bet you Thomas knows. I've gotten probably like 40 of those calls, at least. For real.
Yeah.
At least about 40 of those calls. And about 90% of the
'cause
time, I know.
He makes fun of me. He's like, yo, because I don't
Thomas,
know
I
the
bet you
60s
it's easy.
music. I don't know 60s. I didn't grow up in the 50s.
Call Thomas
Sorry.
and ask him if he knows about the Bee Gees and fucking.
Of course.
Yeah.
I love the
Exactly,
Bee
of course.
Gees. They played Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club
No, it was
Band.
like- it
They
was like a
were the
Boston
main
song.
characters. Boston's great.
Yeah,
I
just
love
yesterday.
Boston.
You didn't even know the song.
It's crazy to me that your dad didn't go, no. Martin Lawrence, listen to this song. The fact that he didn't force it on you is kind of wild to me. That's all. That's why I'm so lucky. I grew up on remember the commercials at late night, and they go, and one old rock musician and one some young girl that's never heard the songs, and they tell you about here on the disc, $149. You're gonna get 17 CDs with all of these hits, and it shows the genres.
Yeah,
I would watch
list
it all
down.
night, and then I started LimeWire. Remember
Yeah, oh,
LimeWire?
fuck yeah.
I started using LimeWire to download all the oldies. So as a kid, and my grandpa, and then I got into rap later. So
Yeah.
like you, I know a lot of different shit. So it's always weird. I know it is kind of odd. Like, you don't know this song? You're a rapper? Yeah. Because I always figure people that do music know everything.
I thought I knew. I
Right.
thought I fucking knew everything until I
Met
started
other
doing the
people.
podcast.
When until I left my house, I thought I knew all of it. Marty was fucking water boy. My mom said the Bee Gees, what? They're the only band.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. Yeah.
And Harmony.
Actually, my grandpa, you know that song? Bone Thugs and Harmony. I actually got in a fight at the Bone Thugs concert.
Oh.
They stopped the concert.
Because you were fighting somebody?
Yes.
Let's go.
Why did you fight?
It was like a small venue, though. And me and my friend, we were like in the front, and these girls thought they were at like a rock concert. They were moshing. They kept hitting into us. And we told the bouncer or security. They made note of it. They kept doing it like intentionally. And then it just like she pushed me into the gate thing. And then we just started rocking them. And they stopped the whole concert. We're like, bitch, follow you.
Oh, shit.
Bone Thugs.
Let's go.
Yes, I have a lot of those stories too.
So, what I take away from this is, hey, you have your head on your shoulders. You beat the fuck out of people. You may or allegedly sold some stuff. Your dad seems pretty cool. All right, that's what I'm taking from this.
Yeah.
Fiona of Shameless over here, just Jesus Christ, like, no, I'll drive you home again. Can you drive me to 3rd grade tomorrow? Jesus Christ.
Shameless hit so fucking hard that first season.
Gosh.
We were
really,
astonished.
I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I can watch this.
That damn.
Shameless.
It's so wild because people always think of like growing up hard, like, oh, you live in the hood, oh, you're Mexican full living in the hood. They never think of white people's struggles of, I grew up with a dad that didn't pay attention.
So many white
You know,
people out
there's
there.
so, Brian and Ethan, we got fucked up and did lines at their house because their mom was standing there letting us do it. Like there's another side of lack of parents when it comes to, I figure like, the way I see it, like, a lot of Mexican dudes always join gangs because their parents are fucking working and they're not beating the shit out of them and they're wearing Cortezes and they join gangs and you know what I'm saying? I feel you're like the places you're from, like the hood ass areas, parents are not paying attention, maybe lack of money. And in the white areas, I've noticed every time the parents let the kids get fucked up, the house is insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's a lifestyle
wild
choice.
house. Yeah, but that's what I've noticed with like, you're either got the science fair or you grew up like you.
As soon as you start letting your kid do shit like that,
That's what I'm saying.
you
Like,
can't break those barriers.
I won't
or
say
your
what
kids-
friend, but I remember we were doing a bunch of lines, and my friend's mom busts out all this Chris, and she goes, "Come on, just do this with us." And I'm like, "I'm 15." Mm-hmm. Oh, she's about to do some Chris, and then her other son went, "Get that cheap shit out of here, mom!" And he busted out a fat ass rail, and I'm sitting there just like, "It smells like cigarettes in here. I gotta get the fuck out of here." That's how I grew up with my white friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's pretty much like that.
Yep. You grew up with was it cold? There's a lot of cans with cigarettes in it.
Yes. Okay, listen. Stop.
Dead on.
Yeah.
Sounds like my friends' garages with their stepdads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All that.
And there's an engine somewhere taken apart.
I mean, yeah, the first time I saw, like, in that environment, I was hanging out with my friends. First time I saw somebody smoke crack was, like, 14.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you grew up like the
I've walked
shitty
into-
kids like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was exposed to all that shit at a very early age.
Now when I see people smoke crack, I'm like, ooh.
I don't see
But
that
you guys live in a
anymore.
nice area.
Yeah.
That's why, because you guys
No
are from the
fucking
nice area.
crack smoking going.
I saw some
No.
crack smoking right here in Glendale the other day. Wow. She was getting it in the middle of the day. And she was asked, she had a sign on Glendale Avenue. Right there in
Not
Atwater
smoking
Village.
crack?
And she's like smiling. But she looks so happy. Like she's like this older white lady. She's like doing this, cross-legged, and she's like torching this crack pipe. I'm like, wow, she's having the time of her life right there.
Remember that time that we were at the train station and that guy dropped his crack pipe? And me and him were just like talking amongst each other. I'm like, oh shit, that dude just dropped his crack pipe.
You pick it up?
And we were kind of laughing about it. And the security guard came over and she's like, oh, is that fucking funny? You laughing at other people's expense? I'm like, no, not
Dropped a
at
crack
all.
pipe,
Like,
bitch.
That's what we said.
That's literally what I said. Bitch, he just dropped a crack pipe. Like, sorry.
Security?
Security.
Go pick it up, security.
Yeah.
Seriously.
If I smoke it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't really
She tried to go all social justice warrior. What are you guys making fun of homeless people?
like,
No,
no,
bitch, we're
bitch,
laughing
he
'cause
just
you dropped this
his
fucking crack pipe in front of you.
and nonchalantly picked it up like nothing happened. So yeah, it's a little funny. Sorry.
It is funny. Meth pipes are funny too.
Especially in front of security guards.
Crackheads are they're entertainment. I'm sorry to put it that way, but crackheads do some crazy shit. And I'm sure you guys know that. It's fun. So I mean,
I've
sometimes the shit they do is fun, I should say.
I saw it one time, and there were certain things growing up, like I still wouldn't get myself involved. Like I was fucked up, but there's still certain things that like
Crack snuff.
like no, I was like I never felt comfortable being around that, even though like I was surrounded by people like that. I tried to keep my distance and everything, and yeah, cracks.
It's
one
not
of them.
fun.
Heroin. I've seen somebody do heroin before.
I've never seen any. That's the one drug I've never seen anybody do.
It was
I
like
lied.
the worst.
I've seen someone smoke
feeling
a
in
foil.
my life. No, I saw somebody shoot it up.
Ugh.
Horrible.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just zonk out.
Oh, meth. First time I saw people like heavy smoke meth and just watch daytime TV, like that was the thing to do. That
Smoke
was
meth and watch soap operas.
we were
That's
in a trailer. We were in like a trailer, but it was a big trailer. My friends
The
took me out there.
double wide.
A big. No, it was big. It had like a section that went off like a hall.
Modular home.
I don't know what. And then we went and everything looked like after you see tornadoes, the whole room was just stuff everywhere. And then this lady sitting cross-legged and she's just hitting this pookie. And I'm sitting there and I'm almost like, oh. And then my friends just start hitting the pookie with her. I'm like, not even the meth. She doesn't look clean. You put your mouth on that shit? That's the thing that got me like, yeah, do meth. Go like that. You put your mouth on this bitch's meth pipe? Anyway, that's the first time I saw that. I was 14.
Yeah?
Yeah, 14.
Same.
Yeah, so all right. I think we got to some pretty good shit right there.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Get the fuck out of here.
That was supposed to be
That's
audience clap.
Oh,
Alright,
instead you
still
did
works.
gunshot.
Let's go.
West Side Gun. Talking. See, great. That was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Marty. You didn't talk shit. You didn't go crazy.
Casual observer over
No,
here.
you did a good job.
You know, just trying to learn things.
And by I talk shit, everybody, I mean like you didn't just make fun of April or nothing crazy or
He loves it.
he does.
I know she's got a valuable message. She's very powerful. She's even like in my mom's letter that she wrote, the one thing she said is like April manifests things faster than anybody I've ever seen, and that's true. She puts her mind to some shit. I mean, it's the whole reason why we're here today. Is her ability to quarterback things and make things happen. That's uncanny.
Usually in relationships, it's one or the other, but you guys both do that shit.
Hers is
You guys are very much the same personality type from what I'm seeing in the terms of like determination.
Yeah, I think we recognize that about each other right off the bat because
For
she
sure,
signed
that
up
was
for
like
a very
one of my
unique.
biggest things.
I'm
Like
not
the
a normal
goal, I want to
dude.
build goals with you. I want to accomplish things with you, and we're always going to support each other no matter what. We're going to go through hard times. We know that. We accept that. But our goal in life is to always push forward, and make shit happen. Like my, you know, I talk about it and I joke about it, but our life, past life, it doesn't define you. You can feel bad about yourself all you want. You can feel bad about your circumstances, but at the end of the day, like you always have to push forward. Know you can make it. Know you're gonna be determined to do something else, and deal with the shit that comes your way. It's not always gonna be. You're not gonna be like, oh, I want to build a business today, and tomorrow it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and that's something that we didn't talk about either. That she runs her own super successful real estate business. I don't think we mentioned that.
No, but that's what I meant by you bumping DMX on the way to a sale.
Right, exactly. So
Yeah,
Good.
some entrepreneurial shit to go down for you. Let's do it.
Yeah, so for everyone asking, what do you do? Yeah. You sell houses.
do
Like mansions and shit on the beach.
houses.
Yeah, and she started out, man. She sold her first sale. I
We
told
already
you
know
was
how
to
we
my-
started out.
to my homeboy. She started out there selling these little $70,000-$80,000 houses, and now they're up in the millions.
Fuck yeah.
It's the same path as like Drastic Graphics.
Just trying to build bigger and build better
Always.
clientele.
That's
what the best,
like
yeah, that's
always
the
the
whole point.
mentality. Yeah.
Your kids are lucky to have parents that are so determined, man. For real.
But to have them on here, have
Cam just does push-ups in the back. He just does burpees in the back while we interview Emery. Interviewing a little girl.
When you guys asked last night about what do they want for Christmas, that shit touched my heart. Like,
Oh, I love them,
That
bro.
was
They're
super
cool.
sweet.
Yeah, they're awesome. I think we already got Ariana's stuff, but we haven't got the rest of the stuff in the mail for the other kids. Right? Yeah, okay. Well, now they know. All right. Good shit. Good job. That was great. Thank you for actually doing it. Because I know you were like, I don't know.
I was a little hesitant. I'm like,
But-
oh, is it raining today? Let's
Too bad you can't
reschedule.
drive.
Too bad.
Oh, it ends. It's a Friday. We can't do this Fridays.
but
But
It's an odd
I'm really
year.
glad that I did it. I think you guys
yeah.
can have an amazing fan base and just
And it's good to
Love
put
everything you're
a person
doing.
and a person to
Yeah.
all the stories this motherfucker's been
Exactly.
telling everybody.
True.
Punching dudes in the mouth and beating the shit out of people to snow. We want to see what's going on.
holla.
that's a Ja Rule song. Hello, hello.
Exactly.
This full quote.
why he married me.
Right?
See?
Wait, you know DMX?
It's a good for instance right there.
I'm getting you pregnant.
Yep.
I'm gonna get you pregnant.
Locking this one in.
Yeah, that's exactly how it went. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, Marty.
Thank you,
Done?
everybody. Thank you, just period. Just after that last episode, that meant so much to me. And all everybody's kind words, and shit was just crazy. And felt right to do this at following that episode. And we'll get back to normal life here with fucking Adam 22 and Dr. Drew and everybody else.
And it's Christmas, so everybody be safe, have fun, hang out with your families. Even if you fucking don't like them, just deal with it. Because eventually you're going to be 40 years older and going, remember we didn't fuck with each other? Now we're old hanging out? That's the best thing. Like we went to the funeral this morning. Like that, the only thing I took from that was like, one guy said some shit like, you got to hang out with motherfuckers now. Like, that's a good way to put it. Because COVID had me thinking, I ain't never going to chill again. So hang out with your fucking families. It's almost Christmas time. Be safe. April, thank you for being here. Marty, thank you for being here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles out. Newscast. Ryan Seacrest out. Donatello. Wait.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga. Oh, that's what they say to you at the airport. Right?
Yeah.
All right. I would never end this. This is like our FaceTimes. It's never going to end. Guys, thank you so much for watching the Dope as Usual podcast. Have a dope ass day. Yeah, that would have never ended. Ever. I just started talking about Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Perfect.